Today on Action Figure Heroes, we're going to be reviewing what you see as the Marvel Universe X-Men Collector Pack. This was a Toys R Us exclusive. It was out a little bit ago. I don't know how many of them they really made or sold due to the high price point. I believe the original retail was $44.95 on this. If you see here on the back side, it gives a little detail about each of the characters, and Deadpool here does say collect all of the Marvel Universe figures, each sold separately. But I went ahead and opened this up just so we can get right down to the review here. You're going to see here we have the 6 figures. I'm going to start with the hardest one here because he took forever to stand up, was the figure of Angel. Angel here has these gigantic wings, which they fit in pretty well, but they're a little bit loose, and any kind of movement on the wings usually comes forces one of them to come off. He cannot really stand on his own due to the weight of the wings being 10 times that, which the weight of the figure actually is. So this is Angel. You can see here the different position points of the wings, how they open, fold, collapse, and pretty much just fall off. Nice figure, looks great, but not real functional. Next here we have Jean Grey, the telekinetic mind reader. Nice basic little figure. There's really nothing to it. For almost a $50 set, you'd kind of expect to get a little bit higher of quality in these figures here. The paint job's uneven. The joints feel pretty loose. There's not a lot of weight to the character. It honestly feels like a 50-cent Chinese piece, if I had to be honest with you. But hey, look, at least she stands up compared to her brother Angel over there. Also included in the pack here was Cyclops. Cyclops is kind of the same as Jean Grey. He is the leader of the X-Men, but definitely not the leader in quality as far as this set goes. Figure's a little bit disappointing. He does swivel on the wrist. He does have ball joints here on the feet, knees, and his torso does have some nice movement. By far the biggest disappointment, though, of the set here, unfortunately, had to be Iceman. Iceman is also one of the founding figures of the X-Men, and this is a really cool version of him. You see him here kind of more as he first appeared in the comic books when he was full of ice, and he had this special belt which helped him retain and control his powers. The figure is somewhat see-through. There's not a lot of detail on the face, and the figure is honestly very, very light and flimsy, and I'm surprised I got him to stand up on his own there. But the true pieces that do shine in this set here are really special. I don't even know where to start. Let's start here with Apocalypse. Apocalypse is going to be the main villain in the upcoming X-Men movie. This is a really, really well done, amazing, multifaceted piece. It comes apart in many different areas here where you can see his shoulder pads, the paint job on his face. You can see his hands, the bottom of his feet here. Everything is just so well done. He moves, he swivels, he stands up correctly on his own. This piece alone here would almost be worth getting the entire package for. But thankfully they did throw in one more piece for us here, which is also Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister, I don't know how many actual action figures they made of Mr. Sinister in the past, but this is one of the better made ones I've seen for such a small scale. The paint job, look at the facial expressions. They really, really, really nailed it. The cape is removable. He is a really, really stunning piece. A lot of people might be asking, who is Mr. Sinister? A lot of people really might be unfamiliar with this character. The really cool thing here, he was introduced to the X-Men comics in 1987 by the great writer Chris Claremont. So what does he do other than look scary and menacing? Well, a short story about him is following a genetic altercation by his pal Apocalypse here, Mr. Sinister possesses enhanced durability and lifespan. Over the years, he has used the genetic material of other mutants to grant himself a vast array of powers. This includes telepathy, telekinesis, superhuman strength, and energy projection. Oh, and he has total control of his body at the molecular level as well. This is really, really, really a great set, but most of the figures are quite a bit cheap for the price point that you have to pay for it. I don't know where some of these came about in relation to the others, because, like I said, some of these feel like a little 50-cent piece, and then these two big baddies here are really, really the prized possession of the package. But do you really want to spend $50 on two really great characters? Show you here how his cape comes off. It's a little bit more of Mr. Sinister with his cape. Snaps right back on. Stands right back up. Here's another look here at Apocalypse. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and hit the subscribe button. I hope you enjoyed it.